Welcome, Stashers, to Stache Sports episode 55. 55, Joey Porter Sr. Joey Porter Sr. was a key defensive player in the Steelers' Super Bowl 40 and 43 runs. Joey Porter Sr.'s son plays for the Steelers now, Joey Porter Jr. Joey Porter Jr. is the son of Joey Porter Sr. How great is that? But Joey Porter Jr. and Sr. both played for the Steelers. Joey Porter Sr. is a good player even if he runs his mouth sometimes, but he was a really good defensive player for the Steelers. Let's hope his son can live up to him and Joey Porter Jr. can be the next great Joey Porter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But that's great, but his son's playing for him now. Yesterday, I made a mistake, and I picked the NBA games for today. For today. So last night, the Cavaliers beat the Hornets 118 to 113. The Cavaliers looking pretty good, one of the other top teams in the Eastern Conference this year. The Pacers lost 131 to 118 against the Wizards. The Pacers are not looking good at all. That's what happens when you only have one superstar, Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton tore his Achilles last year in the playoffs like Jason Tatum did. But unlike the Pacers, the Celtics have more superstars like Derek White, Jaylen Brown, and they have better bench players like Peyton Pritchard that can come off the bench and do good, and absence of players. But the Pacers will be back once they can get their superstar back next year. But they lost last night. The Memphis Grizzlies won 123 to 114. Wow, that's a close game. The Miami Heat won 128 to 97. Wow, Atlanta didn't even try to make a competitive game against the Miami Heat. Come on, Atlanta. I know you're young and don't have that much talent, but at least try. At least the Mavericks tried. They got 111 and they're not much better. They lost 122 to 111 to the Timberwolves. Minnesota and Ant-Man looked really good last night. Ant-Man is one of my favorite players too. I like Anthony Edwards to the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Milwaukee Bucks won 139 to 119 over the New Orleans Pelicans. The Thunder won 105 to 86. The Thunder are one of the top teams this year, and it looks like they could be a top team, even though my friends are making fun of my friend Colin last night, saying they pay for all the players, but they're looking like one of the better teams. The Oklahoma City Thunder are going to maybe be one of the teams that repeat this year. They're looking like a dynasty team. The Nuggets won 157 to 103 over the Portland Trailblazers. Come on, Portland. You shouldn't even be a basketball team. The basketball should regulate Portland like soccer teams do. I mean, that'd be pretty funny. The Lakers beat the Clippers 125 to 122. Wow, that was a pretty good game. Here's today's game picks for Saturday. I got the Magic over the Suns, like I said yesterday. Got the Magic over the Suns. I got the Sixers over the Pelicans. I got the Heat over the Grizzlies. I got the Pistons over the Bulls. I got the Spurs over the Kings. I got the Knicks over the Rockets. That's my picks for college basketball. If you like them, you can bet on them. If you don't, then you can bet against them. If you bet. But if you have a betting problem, call 1-800. I love college basketball. College basketball, even though the Olympics right now are in the swing too, college basketball is in the swing and about to get to a March Madness. There's a couple of decent games today since they're going to get to March Madness and they have the top teams playing. Here are my picks for the college basketball today. I got Miami upsetting Virginia today. And another upset, like how Miami a couple weeks ago upset North Carolina, Tar Heels. I think they upset the Virginia Cavaliers today. I got Arkansas over Missouri. Michigan and Duke play tonight. That's 1 versus 3. That's probably one of the top teams. Duke and Michigan are looking like the teams that could be in the Final Four and even competing for the college national championship this year and men's basketball. But I think Duke is going to win tonight over Michigan, and I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Duke edges them out. I think Duke has the power in the ACC, and I think the Blue Devils are going to edge them out tonight, but we'll see. Right now, Florida Gators are playing the Ole Miss Rebels. I think the Florida Gators are going to win that game. They're winning 22 to 14 currently right now as this podcast is airing, or YouTube episode is airing. St. John's over Creighton. I got St. John's winning over Creighton. Kansas and Cincinnati tonight. I got Kansas over Cincinnati. And I got North Carolina over Syracuse. I don't think they're going to lose to Syracuse. I got Nebraska over Penn State. I got Vanderbilt over Tennessee. I got Louisville over Georgia Tech. I got Texas Tech over Kansas. Oh wow! And today at 3 p.m. we got 2 and 4 Arizona and Houston. That's going to be a good game too. I think Arizona upsets Houston. UConn over Villanova. Alabama over LSU. Illinois over UCLA. Gonzaga over Pacific. And Iowa State over BYU. But there's a good game today. If you like college basketball, let me know. There's a lot of good games today to watch. A lot of good games. I can't wait till March Madness starts. That's one of the better times of the year. And it's getting close to March. Who knows? March is about to be next month already. And we're about to have March Madness. The Florida Gators started off rocky, but they're looking a lot better now of late. Who's going to know how good they're going to do? The Pitt Panthers and Florida State Seminoles aren't looking good. But I don't know if they're going to make it. And they probably won't make it in March Madness. Maybe UCF might make it. UCF is my college. And they're looking pretty good. That's where I graduated from. But it's going to depend on how good they do in the Big 12 tournament. If they keep doing good in the Big 12 tournament, then maybe they might be in that large team getting a team since there's 64 teams that get in. But we'll see what happens. But now it's getting close to the March Madness. And I'm getting excited about March Madness coming up. I got Florida State upsetting Clemson today. Not correct, don't say that. That's a joke. I mean, whatever. Pittsburgh over Notre Dame. Wow, both teams are bad. I got Pittsburgh beating Notre Dame today because we don't like it because it's Pittsburgh. Even though Pittsburgh's basketball team isn't that good this year, I think they get a win today over Notre Dame. I got SMU over Boston College and Stanford over Cal. Stanford. I got UCF over Utah today. UCF comes in 18-7 and 7-6 in Big 12 play. They're not doing so good in Big 12 play. They looked really good outside the season. They started looking good in Big 12 play, but haven't been looking good late. But I think they're going to bounce back today and win over Utah. I mean, they beat Kansas State. I think they're going to win over Utah. But we'll see what happens to that. Hopefully these have nice continue to winning ways. They only have 7 losses, so maybe they might make it. But who knows? Today is opening day for the Pirates spring training baseball. They played the Baltimore Orioles today. I think the Pirates are going to be able to beat the Orioles. But it's going to be interesting to see on the stats to see how good Connor Griffin did if he plays today and who pitches today and how long they pitch. I know it's spring training and it's only one game, but I can't wait to keep watching and seeing the highlights if I can't watch the game and find it, to see the highlights of Connor Griffin. That guy's going to be really good, I hope. But I hope he gets called up on opening day, but it'll be interesting to see what he can do in the spring training and how good the Pirates are doing. The Pirates have done something they haven't done in the last couple off seasons, in my opinion, and actually making a noise by getting Marcell Ozuna from the Braves, Brandon Lau from the Tampa Bay Rays, and Ryan Hahn from the Baltimore Orioles, or recently at the San Diego Padres. They're doing a lot better. I think they still need a third baseman, like I said, but we'll see. Maybe Jared Triolo did really good in the offseason, and maybe Nick Gonzalez could be that if they bring up Connor Griffin on the opening day roster. But today they play the Baltimore Orioles at 1 o'clock, and I think they're going to win. The Boston Red Sox play the Minnesota Twins, and I think they're going to win too. I got the Yankees over the Detroit Tigers. I got the Atlanta Braves over the Tampa Bay Rays. I got the Washington Nationals over the Astros. I got the Phillies over the Blue Jays, the Marlins over the Mets, the Rangers over the Cubs, the Indians over the whatever. I got the Indians over whatever team they're playing. The Reds. The Angels over the Dodgers, Washington over St. Louis, the Chicago White Sox over the Athletics, and San Diego over Kansas City, and Colorado over Arizona. Those are my baseball picks today. I really like baseball. I'm excited baseball starting, and I'm excited about the Pirates are really making baseball moves this year, and it looks like a team compete. I think they could be the third best team in their division this year, if not the best team in the division. We have the Cubs and the Cubs and the Brewers, in my opinion, that made more moves this year and look better. Maybe the Cincinnati Reds might sneak up, but in my personal opinion, I think the St. Louis Cardinals have been making moves to step backwards and make a rebuild. So I know they could be good, and I know they're rebuilding, and they could be good, but I don't know if they're going to be really competing at the end for the division. If the Pirates can play the cards right, and they bring up Connor Griffin, and he's already talking about like the next Michael Trout, and all these really high prospects are talking about, if he's the next one of those, and he can get called up to the Pirates sooner rather than later, and these other players like Brandon Lau, who had 30 home runs last year, can keep hitting the home runs like he did this year. I think we can be over 80 wins this year and be over 500 and either fight for a wild card and maybe even fight for the division this year. I really got Bucko fever this year, and I'm really excited baseball starting. But we still have a Penguins hockey to worry about, and Sidney Crosby is a game time decision tomorrow. And we'll get to that game later because I will not be doing a podcast before that game tomorrow. But let's hope the Pirates win today. I want to see if the Pirates can win today. There's an ECF fight night tonight. I like watching the ECF. It's pretty good. It starts on Paramount Plus today. In the early fights, in the women's fight, I got Miller over Judas winning. Miller's coming in at 5-3, and Judas is coming in 5-2. But I think Miller's going to win and go to 4-6-3. I got Levitt over Van Dyke or Van Dilly. I got Van Dilly over. I got Vidal over Jay Velvet. Vidal is 10-0 and Velvet is 2-3, but I don't think that's gonna win. I like the other guy. Tell me these guys don't know, right? I got Piro over who he's fighting. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name, but there's in the early fight. Some of these fighters I don't know, so I'm starting to get back into ECF, but I'm still gonna do my predictions because I think it's cool. I got Salerno over Bojamaha in the early weighted fights. I got Edwards over Corone. Edwards is coming in at 16-6, and Corone is coming in at 9-3. But I think Edwards is going to win in the women's bantamweight. I got Corral over Luke Guru. Here we go. I got Idis over Osborne. Osborne's coming in at 13-9, and I don't think Osborne's going to beat AIDIRS today. I think he's going to win in the UCF. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it might go most of the distance, but I think it's going to win a knockout in the last round. I got Leo over Nujoko. I think Leo's going to win in the second round by a knockout. I got Pereira over Reese. I think Pereira is going to go the distance, but I think Pereira is going to go the distance, but I think it's going to be a split decision, and Pereira is going to win at the end. I got I got Smith over Harvell today, or Harrell. I think Smith's going to win and a knockout in the third round. I got whatever, I'm not going to know one. I got, in the heavyweight tonight, they got Spivak and Dizella. I got Spivak winning and a knockout in the round 3. Costa, I got M. Costa winning over his guy and going all the distance. That's going to be a good fight. I got Neal over Medic. I think Neal's going to be able to beat Medic, even though Medic is coming in at 6. I think Medic's going to win over Neal. Medic coming at 12-3. I think he's going to make a name for himself tonight and show people who he is. But I think he's going to win. But that's not the main event. The main event tonight is Strickland versus versus Hernandez. I'm a huge Strickland fan, and I think Strickland's going to win tonight over Hernandez. I think it's going to go all the rounds, but I think Strickland's going to come out victorious at the end. But we'll see. My CI picks are good. I know I rambled on a little bit there, but we'll see. For my friends like Robbie, who watches my podcast, who loves golf, right now in the Genesis Invitational, it hasn't started yet. I guess there's no golf this week. I don't only watch golf. So now we're going to go to the Olympics. Last night, the United States won in the Olympic gold medal game. Tomorrow, the USA Olympic game is on at 8 a.m. in the morning on Peacock and NBC. I'll be at church, so I'll be recording the game, and I would not be looking at my phone to see what the scores updates are. But today is the day where I make my predictions. Hopefully, Austin Matthews can score tomorrow, who plays for Toronto Maple Leafs in real life, in the NHL. Hopefully, he can score for the United States and stick it to Canada. Sidney Crosby, like I said, is going to be a game-time decision. It's going to be interesting to see if Sidney Crosby plays. There's some of me that wants to see Crosby play because it's a gold medal game. But if he's not 100% and there's a chance he can re-injure himself, I don't want him to play because I'm a diehard Penguins fan and we have a really good chance of making it to the playoffs this year and making a deep Stanley Cup run, and I don't want him to jeopardize that. But we'll see tomorrow if he plays because it's a game-time decision. But anyway, I think it's going to be a close game. The United States has not won gold since 1980. Will tomorrow be the first time they won gold? How many times will we hear Freebird tomorrow? Hopefully he can hear Freebird and celebrate a win tomorrow. After the United States finally wins gold, which is a miracle in eyes in 1980. It's been a long, long time since the United States has won gold. Hopefully they can do it tomorrow. Hopefully Jack Eichel can score. Jake Gensel from the Tampa Bay Lightning can score tomorrow. Hopefully Brady Tkachuk or Matthew Tkachuk can score. They're looking pretty good. Or the Hees brothers, they're looking pretty good too. They need to look good and make sure they need to play really hard tomorrow and play their best. Hopefully we can get Chase Thompson back since he is out for precautionary reasons, because Chase Thompson from the Buffalo Sabres has really been impressing me and impressing STACHE Sports how he plays and how the United States is playing. I really do think the United States has a good chance of winning this year. But I think it's going to be a close game. I think the United States pulls it out near the end. It might even go to overtime. Who knows? It's going to be a back-and-forth game, but I hope the United States pulls it out. I hope Jake Gensel scores. I hope Brady Tkachuk or Matthew Tkachuk scores. I hope Jack Hughes scores. Well, we'll see. Sidney Crosby, he might score. But Canada's not going to be too shabby. They were down 2-0. You can't always hold a lead against Canada. Unlike Finland, the United States is going to have to play hard and make sure to continue playing hard if they get an early lead. And don't let it up like Finland did. Finland messed up. Finland had a lot of players and they should have been there too. But they messed up and they had Canada come back. I mean, Canada's a good team. They have all the superstars. This is what the game has been for. This is what people have been waiting for. This is probably one of the most anticipated hockey games in a long, long time. It's going to be probably one of the most watched hockey games too in a long, long time. This is a chance for the United States to get gold for 1980, and I think they will. I think they win 3-2, and I think it might be an overtime game, or they might win by the last couple minute goal in the third period if they do that. But we'll see. I hope Eichel scores. I hope Jake Gensel scores. I hope Tage Thompson can score. But we'll see. Maybe there's other people's names that come up, like Brock Nelson, who hasn't been doing good. Maybe Austin Matthews can find a good couple goals. He is our captain crying out loud, and he hasn't really been living up to it. But we'll see. Hopefully Matthew Tkachuk and Brady Tkachuk can score. But I really hope the United States can get gold. At least they can get a silver and get more medal count for the medals, which we'll do here in a minute. But hopefully the United States can win gold. So that'd be really nice to see. First time since 1980. My brothers weren't born yet when they won the last time. It'd be nice to finally see the United States win gold. Even though I'll be on a record and I'll be watching it after I get home from church tomorrow. But anyway, I won't know who to win. I won't know the score because I won't try to look for the X word. But let's hope that the United States can win. And I think they're going to win 3-2. You heard it here. STACHE Sports predicts 3-2. He doesn't know what he's going to do in overtime or what's going to do in regulation, but he predicts the score to be 3-2 United States, and they finally get gold medal. And the game winner is Matthew Tkachuk, is who gets the game winner. Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk gets the game winner. Yesterday in men's biathlon, Norway came in first and Norway came in second. Norway's looking really good. Who would have thought Norway would be leading in the medal count, be just tearing away from the medal count? Norway's looking really good in the Olympics. France came in third. In men's curling, bronze medal game, Switzerland won over 9-1. Over Norway 9-1, giving Switzerland the bronze. In freestyle skiing, Germany won. Switzerland came in second and Sweden came in third. In men's air finals, China came in first, Switzerland came in second, and China came in third. The men's half pipe, Alex Furler finally got gold. Alex Furler looks really good. I'm glad he finally got gold for the United States. That's good he got gold. The other guy who did pretty good fell, but luckily he was okay. For the United States, he fell on the half pipe trying to do a trick, but luckily he got up and he was okay and brushed it off. But that didn't look too good when he fell. But congratulations to Alex. He did really good. I did like the little skate he had before, with the little thing he did before that. That's pretty funny. But that was a good jump he did. He finally got gold. That's the medal that's also been eluding him. So he finally got gold. If he can't come back to the Olympics next time, at least he got gold going out. So that's a good way to go. Canada came in third. In short track beating, Netherlands came in third. The Netherlands are looking really good. The Netherlands are really fast. They're one of the best speed skaters this Olympics, I think, right now. Who would have thought that the Netherlands would be this fast? South Korea came in second, and then Italy came in third. The women's 100-meter final, South Korea came in first and second. The United States came in third. At least we got bronze yesterday. Women's final, we got Netherlands, Norway, and Canada. The medal tracker right now is Norway still with 40. While Norway has 40 medals, the United States has 31, and Italy has 30. Italy is right close behind us to tie for third. Third and second is a close race, but it looks like Norway is going to run away with it maybe this year. I don't know how many medals the United States have possibly won today. I know they can at least win a silver tomorrow, if not a gold, in the hockey game. But I don't know how many can win today. Because I don't want to watch it, because I might be watching the events later tonight. So I might be watching the games later tonight, so I don't want to say who wins. But let's see. If you like my picks, let's do that. I can't wait for the ECF tonight. The ECF's looking really good right now. Dana White's turning that program around. But thank you for watching STACHE Sports episode 55. Again, for those tomorrow, I'll be watching the game on the record after the church. But I think the United States wins 3-2. I don't know if it's regulation or overtime, but like I said, I think Matthew Tkachuk is a game winner, an American hero who plays Freebird all night long after the United States gets gold for the first time since 1980, the Miracle on Ice. But we'll see. Let's hope it's a good game tomorrow and everybody stays healthy, no matter who wins. And let's hope the United States can get gold. But this is STACHE Sports episode 55 signing off. Thank you for watching.